This is what the points table looks like at the moment. The Indian team sitting comfortably on top with 12 points. No other team, in fact, has reached 12 points. They are the only team that are undefeated so far in the tournament. 6 games, 6 wins. South Africa are just below them, which is why Mr. Gavaskar there pointing about that game between South Africa. India is going to be an interesting one. It will be a top of the table clash. New Zealand at one time were on top but have now faced 2 defeats consecutively, one to India and then they lost to Australia as well. So they are at the number 3rd spot with 8 points. Australia, which had a very slow start to the tournament, were at the bottom of the table, have now moved up into the top 4 position with number 8 points. Now here's the thing that's really interesting about that points table, which is that even the top team, which is India, have not been guaranteed a spot in the semi-final, and the last team that is there right now on the points table, England, they are actually not out of the semi-finals race. I'll try and explain that to you. Now 5 teams at the moment can finish on 12 points. So if India were to lose their remaining 3 encounters, then they could end up with just 12 points, and there could be a situation where 5 teams actually, that is South Africa, India, New Zealand, Australia, Sri Lanka, can finish with 12 points, so they can continue to be in the semi-final race, where then the net run rate will come into play, which is why we're not writing Q in front of India, because India have technically not qualified. Mathematically it's not done, though logically you'll say the way the Indian team is playing, there's no chance they're not making the semi-final. In fact, many think that they will reach there as the number 1 team. Now the other end of the spectrum on the points table, that is England. Even they are not out of the semi-finals race, so they can, if they win their remaining 3 games, they can finish on 8 points. Right now, remember, England only have 2 points. If they finish on 8 points, there can be a scenario where you could have the 4th spot decided on 8 points. But for that, plenty of permutation combinations, a lot of other results have to go England's way for that to happen, which is what I'm saying. Even now, with most teams having played majority of their league games, we do not have even 1 team having mathematically qualified for the semis, and not even 1 team that is mathematically out of the semi-finals race. So in that sense, you could say that it's a very close table, a very close World Cup.